Hello, my name is Rodrigo Cunha. In this small tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a custom brush. And it's not just a brush, it's a brush that you can use to watermark your images. So let's start by creating a new file. We open new file, Control N or Command N to open it, or File New. You go into the file. I have this brush already done, so that brush was selected there. Let's just get out of the brush preset and go into our text. So in this layer, we're going to start by creating our text. So I'm going to do the one that I have done, which is for my website, rcportraits.com. This is one of the techniques that I use more often to do my watermarking. So that's my text done, and I'm going to create, once this text is done, I'm going to create a new layer because I have a little square around the RC to bring it out in a different color, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to now on a new layer create this square. I'm going to make a square selection with roughly the same amount of pixels. Perfect square. You can see the dimensions, the width and the height there, 550 by 550. So that's a perfect square. We release, and this would give me a very defined edge and a very defined square. I want a rounded corner square. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change or modify my selection. I'm going to select, modify, and you could use feather, but feather is going to actually feather the whole edge of the square, and that's not what I want. I just want the corners. So you go into smooth. Smooth will smooth the corners, but it won't feather the edges. So this is what we want. And I'm going to use 5 for the radius, because this size of image 5 is enough. If you're doing the bigger image and you want to feather you want to smooth a selection, you will need to change these radius, but for me 5 will work perfectly here. So we're going to do that. I'm going to hit the letter D to return to my default colors in Photoshop, and I'm going to hit the letter X to put black into the background and white into the foreground. So what I want to do now is I want to fill that square. Now that I have the selection smoothened and the rounded corners, I want to fill that square. I'm going to do that by using a shortcut, and I'm going to fill it with the background color, with black. So to do that, I use Control or Command and backspace, and that will fill my selection or my image with my background color, whatever it is. In this case, it's black. Now I'm going to once again select my text tool, and I'm going to change the color of the RC into white so that I can see it over the square. But I can't. Why can't I? Simple. I can't see it because my text layer is behind the other layer. So I'm going to bring the text layer above, and now I can see the RC. Going to select the right layer, and I'm going to move my square into a more central position. So you can use the arrow keys to adjust your selection, or you can move it with your mouse. I've adjusted the selection. I'm fairly happy with that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to actually merge the visible layers. You can do that by Shift Control E or Command Shift E. And now I'm going to select my image and crop the image a little bit closer so that we have a neat image. You don't need to do these. Once the brush is created, the brush will only be created with the space where you have an actual image. The space that is transparent will never be factored into the brush. It's just me that I like things to be neat and tidy. So here you have it. You have the text. To define your brush, the only thing you need to do in terms of defining your brush is you go into the edit menu and define brush preset. You rename your brush. In this case, you would rename it RC Portraits or Watermark. Let's rename it Watermark. and you hit OK, and you'll have your brush. I'm not going to do it now because I have this brush already done, so I'm just going to hit cancel. That was the only thing that you would do differently. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open an image here that I've done, and I'm going to show you how this watermark works. So there you have it. You have the brush there. So once you create the brush and you define your brush is always going to be the last brush on your brushes palette. So there's your brush. Also, your brush is going to work as any other brush. So you can select your color. You can use your square bracket keys to increase or decrease the size. And you can use it as any other brush. You can use it like that. Okay, so let's Command Z that. What I do in order to watermark an image, I would normally create a new layer and use the brush on that new layer. So if I wanted to watermark this image, this would be too big of a size for me, so I just make it smaller and go into one of the corners, and white would be quite visible there. So that would be it. The image is not at 100%; it's a little bit smaller. That's why you don't see it very well. But there you go. That would be discrete enough for me. Even if I want to bring it down a little bit more, where you can see the image through, you can decrease your opacity and see the image through there. You see that the watermark is there, and you can place that watermark anywhere you want on your image. That's the advantage of having your watermark as a brush, as a custom brush. Okay, hope that helps. If you liked the tutorial, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and visit us and like us on our social media platforms. They're all in the description of the video. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.